Sort of a tale of two settlements, right? There are the folks who agree with what the commission has done because it puts Facebook under another 20 years of oversight by the Federal Trade Commission. It is the largest financial penalty we have ever seen for a privacy violation in the U.S. But there are a lot of folks, largely Democrats at the FTC and lawmakers on Capitol Hill, who feel that the commission really should have gone farther here in the kinds of things that it did to hold Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg accountable, or in the kinds of things that it extracted out of Facebook in the form of requiring them to change the way that they collect data in the first place. That aside, if there's one point of agreement among everybody here, it's that federal law's got to change. It's that the FTC maybe should have had more power to go after not just Facebook, but other companies that have privacy troubles in the future.
Although, Stephanie, I was struck by the fact when I was listening to the main guy in an interview with Elon Moy this morning, when he said, look, $5 billion is a bigger number than we could have gotten if we pursued this in courts. It would have bogged things down. But it also left me thinking, but isn't that what the court system is there for, in order to ensure fairness on both sides? Is there a reason why we are seeing them go this route? Could Facebook have fought this more? Is it fair to these companies to have this action taken against them?
I mean, I think a lot of people are going to have different views on how fair or not fair this was. Obviously, the courts are there to litigate these issues, and then the agencies do have the authority to reach settlement agreements. The one reason why FTC really, could argue it had very clear authority is that Facebook had already entered into a settlement agreement with the Federal Trade Commission, 5 years ago, and a lot of this was because the FTC believed that Facebook violated that, so they had the right to go back to Facebook and say, like, what's going on, guys?
True.
And so, maybe Facebook, knew it could cut its losses. I think the investor reaction not being very moved by this $5 billion number is probably was anticipated by Facebook, and is one that is probably makes sense for them to pay to show that they have skin in the game.
Stephanie, and I apologize, we don't have a ton of time, guys, but I like how you call this the hipster antitrust moment. What is going to have to be different about antitrust today in order for the feds to pursue more action against these tech giants?
Yeah, so that's basically a way of looking at competition, not just from how much you or I pay, because a lot of these activities by these companies drive prices down, but really what is good for consumers and over, a longer term. And so my view is not that we should be worried about tech regulations over the next year even. I think this is after a presidential election.
Okay.
But this idea that you would hold these companies absolved at this point forward, that's just not tenable.